Talk about a weather change, guys. After Hurricane Harvey came through this past week, it has been so chilly. Like, I've got this vest on. I bought a vest. I haven't worn a vest in a long time. I'm not really sure, you know, if fall is falling, but it seems like just yesterday spring sprang. I don't know, but I just got done with work, so I guess we're going to kind of talk about some of my fall baits, because it might be that time. I'm not gonna get rid of the summer fishing stuff just yet, but it might be that time already. So let's go ahead and get inside real quick and talk about what I'm gonna be doing this fall and how I'm gonna be fishing it. I did spend quite a bit of time in my truck, which is pretty trashed right now. Not only is there random bottles of like soda from where I work and everything, my fishing stuff is all over the place in the back seat. I'm not even gonna show you guys that. It's been so hectic the past 2 weeks. 2 weeks now? Something like that. It's been about 2 weeks. And I haven't really had any days off or time to reorganize this thing. So I'm going to go at it step by step. But I think step 1 is going to be taking my fishing stuff out, because tomorrow I'm pretty sure we're going to go hit the lake tomorrow at some point. I just don't know. I don't know how well it's going to go over. But I'm going to get out my boxes and bags and talk about some of my fall lures that I'm pretty excited to be throwing. It's going to be pretty nice, I think. A hearse just drove past. That was kind of weird. So I said I was going to clean out my truck, but it looks like the majority of everything that I took out was the majority of the mess. I have a lot of fishing stuff. If you can't tell, I'm kind of a hoarder, just like most bass anglers. Alright, so whenever I'm thinking about fall bass fishing, I'm thinking a lot about shad migration. On Kentucky Lake, the shad kind of come up shallow and bass feed on them during the fall time. They get big for the winter, they feed up for the winter time, and then they go back deep. There's a small window of opportunity here where I can really catch some of the better quality fish of the year. There's only 2 times I really look forward to every year, and that is the spring and the fall. Summer's been hard for me, as you guys know. I've been doing a lot of carp fishing, and spring was pretty great. If you were around for those videos, we did fairly well. But for now, let's talk about fall. Your shallow diving crankbaits, your 1.5s, your 2.5, your 3 to 5 foot divers. That's the key area I'm trying to look for, and these kind of baits right here almost perfectly match a shad. Here's like a 1.0 style lure. It goes down to about 3 foot at the most, and then you have other shallow divers like this one. I forgot who this is by. It's a jointed square bill type of lure that looks pretty much exactly like a shad. It looks like a gizzard shad. And those kind of lures are what I really key on during this time of year, because it looks exactly like these bait fish, these shad, these small shad, these big shad, depending on what kind you have. You just match it up, and it's usually a pretty easy way to catch fish during the fall. Another awesome lure for the fall, whenever fish are schooling up on shad, is a little swim bait like this. Either a little swim bait with a jig head on it, or a fluke rigged weightless, or they have the double fluke rig that you can catch them on really good whenever they're schooling. Or it doesn't have to be on top. You can fish them down below and still catch just as many fish with them. Those are good imitations of shad if you have shad in your area. And remember, if you don't have shad, they do the same sort of thing with bluegill. You can use a bluegill colored crankbait, a bluegill colored swim bait, anything like that. It works because the fish are hungry and they're eating. One of the all-time big bass catching lures during the fall is the jerkbait, the suspending jerkbait. This thing catches fish whenever a lot of lures can't. It just sits there in one spot and the fish just come up and eat it. And it's a really enticing looking meal, and there's a whole bunch of different colors. They have some that look like shad, they have clear ones, they have bluegill colored ones, they have bass colored ones. The possibilities are endless with a jerkbait, and that's a good medium for fall fishing. You can usually always get bit on jerkbait one way or another. And finally, my last one. This one goes kind of unnoticed in my area a lot, but it works really well. I found that out last year and the year before, and that is the spy bait. This is a Duo Realis spy bait. I used it last year to catch a whole lot of fish. It works really well on smallmouth and largemouth, just like the jerkbait does. And it's a really underutilized lure this time of the year, especially in my area whenever people aren't thinking about clear water with, you know, big smallmouth in it. You can still catch a whole lot of fish, largemouth, smallmouth, anything, on a little spy bait like this. And that, my friends, is how you kill two birds with one stone. I just cleaned up my tackle and told you about what I'm doing preparing for the fall bite. I really have no idea what to do with the rest of today. I mean, it's a little late to go fishing, and tomorrow we are fishing, I believe. I think that's what's going on tomorrow. So, let's talk about something different other than fishing for just a second. That right there, this beautiful thing, oh, that's not beautiful. That beautiful thing creates that beautiful thing right there. That's a smoker. I swear, I've been eating like a king since I got here, which is, you know, pretty comforting, especially considering, you know, what I'm living right now. Alright, so that's pretty much my fall baits. I'm getting ready rather fast, I guess. I don't know if this cool weather's gonna stick around or not, but I hope it affects the fish tomorrow. I really want to catch a fish, and while I was going through my stuff, I found a fairly large frog, and I want to go throw it so bad. So maybe we'll go try that tomorrow. I don't really know. I need to get out of this snagging thing. It's over. It's done. I want to go back to my bass fishing. That's what I love to do. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I don't know, but I want to thank you guys for watching this vlog style how-to tips and tricks, I don't know what you want to call it, video. I'll see you right here. Well, I won't be right here. I won't be right here, but you'll see me soon right here on Ken Arnold Fishing.